Hey, what's going on? It's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when I go live, tap the bell. I go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, link is below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. So if you're here, say what up. We do have the S&P's up a whopping 60, Dow's up 379, NASDAQ up 294. We have a crazy rally happening right now. What's going on, James, Manchild, Jeff, Red Dust, Spy, John, Spy is in the cloud. I said Spy. John, what's going on, Jose? Get things going. We got it's currently Thursday. Looking to wrap the week up here. You know, obviously we have a lot of things in motion right now. I was so wrong about the market during the election. Yeah, I mean that's why, like for me, Grant, that's why I've been staying real low, real slow. You know, I've been trading some futures. I've been getting in, getting out. I really haven't been sticking around because I don't really know the direction that this beast wants to go. Sometimes it wants to go down. I mean, we ripped down hard. Now we're ripping hard up. We could rip down hard again, or we could keep ripping hard up, or we could just do nothing. You know what I mean? Like SPY right now, 349. You know, it's kind of dangerous up here. We're getting to the top of the range. The question is, are we going to have a triple top up here? Are we going to bust through? You know, that's kind of what I'm looking at. What's going on, Sarah? Take it easy. Take it easy. Hope you're staying. Hope you're recovering fast at least. You know, and yeah, I mean, from what I hear, it's not something that you want to get. You know. So SPY, what I'm looking at right now is, you know, we're now pushing 350. We're at 349. It did hit 350 after hours. So is it going to have a triple top or are we going to bust through? That's the question. So right now, like for me, I'm not like going nuts. I'm not scaling in. I mean, we had a massive rally, you know, over a couple days. And now we're near the top on the yearly, so I would say let's just be careful. You know what I mean? Overtraded again, was up 900, ended up with 60. It's a psychological thing. I mean, 900 was in the first hour, and although there was more time of the day, but after the rally, it stayed flat, so I lost money. Yeah, man, if you make 900 in the first hour, just take off. Take off. If you can't control yourself, like physically leave. You know, what's going on, Jack Faisal? How you doing? We got Bitcoin. Bitcoin's on the move. Yeah, I've been watching Bitcoin here. What we got going on here? It's at 15,000. Nice little rip up about 6%. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows where Bitcoin? Yeah, someone withdrew $1 billion. Yeah, it's hard to say. Usually these major rip ups are met with rip downs, but you know, it's looking pretty bullish. I mean, it's taking a long time to get to where it wants to go, but that's okay. Kind of looks similar to like gold this year. You know, we had flat, rip up, flat, rip up, flat. You know, gold kind of the similar situation. You know, flat, rip up, flat, rip up. It's now flat again, but you know, we'll see what happens. Baba tanked pre-market. Sunscray, what's going on? The market is nuts. Yeah, so I don't know. Tesla came down to 420. Some stocks are moving kind of weird this morning. You know, well, Alibaba had earnings. So looking at the earnings calendar here, I didn't trade any earnings. I just don't want to be holding overnight right now. We had GM, Teva, Alibaba, Papa John's. GM came in. I don't know if anyone traded this. Net income surged 74%. Everyone's buying cars right now. I mean, I hate to admit, I did buy a GM car during the pandemic. I'm not gonna lie. It says sales are in the U.S. and China recovering faster than anyone expected. So EPS $2.83 versus $1.38. So they crushed it. However, they declined to give new guidance. So you know how that goes. You know how that goes. Where are they at right now? Yeah, probably selling off. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we did great, but you know what? We're not going to give guidance. We're not going to do that. Yo, Artie, what's going on? Boo. I've been putting all my expiration dates to June 2021. Yeah, I mean, right now we are very unsure of what's happening. A little bit of an election update, which I'm sure you guys don't need. The results haven't changed that much in the last, 12 hours or since last night. Everyone's just kind of waiting on Nevada, Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina right now. It's kind of the situation here. Georgia's 99% reporting. Looks like Trump's ahead by 0.4%. Nevada, Biden's ahead by about 0.5%. So we got slots. Yeah, I saw the media. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think. I mean, the mail-in ballots definitely are stalling things out. I mean, I definitely think that. I mean, I don't think people were equipped for this many mail-in ballots. 88. Pennsylvania's at 89% reported. So I mean, it looks like Trump's going to win there. And I don't know. I'm not sure why he's fighting so hard when he's winning that. Nevada 75% reporting right now. So who knows? I mean, it's possible. It's possible Trump could win Nevada once the last 25% are reported. I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, we should. Nevada. I mean, it's still really close in Nevada, so it's not like. Georgia's super close, and they only got 1% to go. So I mean, it looks like Trump's going to win there too. So yeah, Johnny Jims, they've been doing that for years. Nothing new. So I'm not here to talk about the election process, but I'm just kind of seeing where the numbers are coming in right now. So that way we can react to where things are going in the market. U.S. daily cases. So I don't know if it's going to have a factor. U.S. daily cases for the first time in the U.S. top 100,000. We're at 102,000. Obviously, COVID's ramping up. COVID's becoming more frequent. There's a lot more people that I know personally are getting COVID in this, what they now call second wave versus the first wave. There were some in the first wave, but I didn't know that many people. Now it's starting to ramp up again, where we're starting to get a lot of people that we know in our circles. And so that should tell you alone that this thing is just kind of taken off, which potentially could mean in certain states like Illinois, we're starting to roll back. New York, California, stuff like that could potentially trigger further lockdowns, which would potentially have an impact on the stock market. So I only know like 4 people, so I don't know anyone who's got it yet. Well, if those 4 people do, I mean, then that a lot of people got it, I mean, he needs blockchain voting. Yeah, Johnny Jim, I think we should utilize the technology. I definitely agree. Thinking about cashing out the other half of my DKNG calls and allow for some consolidation. Yeah, DKNG was nice. DKNG popped all the way off. ramp back up, but I don't know. It needs to be above like 42 to kind of start a reversal here. I'm trying to get the Alibaba news here. Anybody trade Alibaba earnings? So Alibaba saw 30% revenue growth. They company had 757 million annual active customers, up from 742 million in June, so that's good. So I think the major thing that is pushing down Alibaba is the fact that they're not going to be able to IPO in Shanghai and Hong Kong. I think I'm gonna trade today. CW. I mean, I did trade last couple of days. I mean, I did trade yesterday. I only made like $50. The other day, I lost 14. You know, so I've been really like this week been really chill. I just been kind of scalping in and out, not really doing anything. So I post my P&Ls in the Discord just so you guys can kind of see what's going on, get a feel for, you know, what I'm doing. You know, some days I have other things to do and I just got to do them. And that's what I did yesterday. My uncle had COVID. He passed away back in March or April. Sorry to hear, man. It's tough. I mean, that's tough. Course is coming, man. The course is coming. Yo, Clarence, I thought Alibaba was a $300 stock back when it was 80. And it became one. And it got ripped away. You know, it got ripped away. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I mean, it's definitely in a range. I mean, it's a solid company, but just know that if you're investing or trading Alibaba, this is the type of thing that happens all the time. All the time. Whether it was a trade war. I mean, Chinese companies are going to have trouble. I mean, I know Alibaba's a great company. Revenues, everything, profits are great. You know, they're second to Amazon in the world, you know. So in that case, I mean, what hurts them is foreign policy and all that kind of stuff. So Qs. Let's talk about the Qs. Qs are at 293. They did tap 295. Looks like market's coming down a little bit. I don't know. Was there news on Tesla or something? Is there news on Tesla pushing this down here? Trying to see. I don't see anything, but Tesla's getting sold off. I'm not seeing anything regarding Tesla. Is Tesla a reaction to GM earnings, you think? I don't think so though, right? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, is Tesla a reaction to GM? I didn't even see. I saw Tesla pop up at 437, but I left for the day. This thing came all the way back down, man. Yeah, that 435 area, 440 area is big trouble for Tesla. It's just not moving. It's not moving. But the Qs being at 293, 295 kind of puts in here. But again, are we going to triple top up around here? That's what my biggest concern right now going along. And I do think that we do have momentum to bust through, but will we? Will we? You know, the president hasn't been decided yet. And the president technically is not going to take oath till January. So we could kind of see what's going on. Electorals, the Electoral College doesn't vote until December 14th. So there could be a lot of things going on between now and December 14th, you know? You know, just because there's results. I mean, so I'm not trying to say, you know, be scared of the market, be scared of the rallies, but also use proper risk management, because at any time, like I've been saying, I mean, this has been going, shorts have been getting roasted. Everyone's thinking like, oh, if Biden wins, the market's going to go down. And if Trump wins, the market's going to go up. And I was like, listen, you can't think like that. You just got to look at the pricing, because you don't know. You don't know how the market's going to react to whoever. And we don't know the situation right now. Right now, we're in a situation where we don't have a president that is decided to take oath in January, right? So, D Childress, what's going on? If you're just joining, say what's going on. Say what's up. Nowadays, everything is so unpredictable. I mean, the stock market's unpredictable all the time. And I think that's why, obviously Warren Buffett got so famous because, he goes, time in the market is better than timing the market. You know what I mean? Like, so, we all have different approaches to the market, and he does have a point for long-term investors because, America has gone, for the most part, straight up. Are you looking at QCOM? So we do have a couple earnings today. One I think is QCOM. We do have Peloton, Uber. Today is today's a pretty big earning day because we're gonna have Dropbox, Peloton, Trade Desk, Cloudflare, Uber, Booking, Roku, Square. Oh, what logo is this? What logo is this guy right here? What is this? What is this? What's this logo? I don't know. I can't really tell what that logo is. I don't know. Jeff, help me out with that logo right there. I don't know what it is. So we do have that, but the other thing is we do have the earnings. The Fed coming out today. So also another reason to be a little bit more cautious today. Probably one of the biggest catalysts. At 2 p.m. Eastern time, we have Jerome Powell news conference. We do expect the rates to remain steady, but we kind of have to see what his tone is. What's going on, Ariana? Alex, Brendan, what's going on? On the note of Buffett, I've had decent luck on my value investments. Those are a lot less fun. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Time in the market's important. So today's gonna be some trickery. It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be. I think with the Fed, and we do have earnings, it's going to be a lot. Plus, we still have an undecided election. So, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. And then if a candidate is decided, how is the market going to react? And then if there is going to be any pushback, like, is there going to be pushback from, is Biden going to contest anything if he loses? Is Trump going to contest anything if he loses? I don't know. And yeah, more people lost their jobs. What was the number? I'm trying to find that. Jobless claims. Let's see here. Jobless claims came in. Here we go. Jobless claims came in 751,000 above the 741,000 estimated. So yeah, we're pretty high. I know that the private payrolls, they added, what was it, 350K this week. So yeah, if we're looking here, it looks like we're evening out down in here, looking like we're just between 500K and $1 million. Like, we're just chilling at 750K. What we don't want to see is this start ramping up too, But it looks like it's reached a bottom somewhat. Yeah, we can already see that Trump is gearing up for a battle to not leave. We already see that. Which, if Biden loses Nevada, the Trump tweets. The Trump tweets are, obviously very real right in here. So keep in mind. He is actively tweeting, which may not be good for the market. he's tweeting out, stop the count. That was just 7 minutes ago. So just be prepared. Trump's probably going to be very active on Twitter. I don't know what he's going to say. A lot of his tweets yesterday were about fraud and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. So when you don't know, you kind of have to prepare for whatever happens. Like the way I've been trading futures right now is I've been putting my entries in, and I've been putting in a stop right away. And if it hits my stop, I will reevaluate my position. That's the way I've been trading. That's why I'm going to be trading anything that I trade today, any terms of options. Like I said, Peloton does look interesting for a trade. They do have earnings today. This bounce off the 110 area. I wonder if it's going to come back down to here, or if we're going to get a solid bounce up to like the 125 area. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This this election from the beginning has been crazy, Thoughts on day trading weekly options versus options 2 to 6 weeks away? I mean, obviously, you're going to be exposed to the weekly. You're going to be exposed to a lot of gamma risk. You're going to be exposed to a lot of theta. So if you're new to trading, or even if you're not new to trading, it's better to kind of go a little bit further back, especially if you have the money to buy the options that are more expensive for, on the monthly cycle, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 weeks away. That way, if you're wrong, you can also wait it out. Like you can also be like, oh yeah, maybe I'll get a bounce tomorrow. The market does what it wants to do, and sometimes you get shaken out and it is what it is. But sometimes you get in a position, maybe a little bit more time is what you need. I mean, look at SPY. I mean, just look at SPY over the last week. Like people that got crushed, it bounced right back to where it was just a week ago. Now the only thing, obviously, if you're holding weeklies, you're going to lose all the money. So yeah, I mean, you gotta go. It's easier to trade further out. Like you really have to, if you're trading weeklies, you really, 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 really have to know what you're doing. Like, no doubt. And even then, you have a high probability of getting screwed. Especially on the way the market has been moving right now, NAO is getting a bounce. Check out NAO. Yeah, 38. What's AMD doing right now? AMD's back above 80, so that's good. I was wondering what AMD's. I mean, nice bounce off of 75. We definitely called that 75 support down in here. Popped up. That's nice. That's nice. We're getting quite a few alerts this morning. I'm just trying to check them real quick, see if anything's going on. All right, nothing out of the ordinary. But kind of my game plan though. I want to look at Peloton. Might find a trade in there. Square might find a trade in there because Square and Roku. I don't know if anyone's trading those. Square. I mean, it saw near death. Came all the way down to 150, broke through the 50-day. Now we're back above the 50-day and the 10 days, bouncing back. So you might see a little pre-earnings run on Square. It's already up $6 on the day, but you could see there's a lot of room here between 150 and 190. We got 20 points to either side right now. What's your take on clean energy stocks? I mean, on clean energy, I'm long-term bullish. I'm long-term bullish, but obviously, depending on who gets in office, it's going to have an immediate impact. If Trump gets in office, then I wouldn't really worry about clean energy for the next 4 years. If Biden gets in, if Biden gets in, then I would be more long. You know what I mean? I'm 2 months new. I started to trade options weekly and was losing last month. You said I traded 3 to 4 weeks out. So you said I've been better. There you go, Artie. Yeah, I mean, It's not like a lot of people think that like, oh, it's not working out. I'm bad at it. Like, it's not that you're bad at it. It's that you haven't found the strategy that works for you. That's the thing. Everyone has different strategies. I trade way different than most people. Other people trade different than me. Some people trade the same as me, So you'll find that. But you have to trade what works for you, what works for your schedule, what works for your time frame. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I mean, right now, obviously, but I think long term, I'm talking 10, 20, 30 years. I mean, there's no doubt. It's going straight up. No doubt. I mean, we could potentially be the generation that phases out oil. I mean, this is, this is huge. If we're the generation that phases out oil, that's crazy. I'm 23. I want to be rich now. Well, good luck, bro. That's not how we make money here. It's not how we make money. You set yourself up. Where I am today is because I set myself up 10 years ago. Where I'm going to be in 10 years is where I set myself up for today. You got to start thinking in 5, 10-year increments and start working toward those goals every single day. And don't let anybody stop you. Every single day. It's a grind. And if you can't handle it, then you're going to be working in a cubicle somewhere. That's what it is. People give up. I can't get rich in a year. I'm done. Yep, the world does run on diesel. I'm just saying things are going to be shifting. Things are going to be shifting, and they're going to be shifting in a big way. I mean, oil already, it saw some volatility this year. You know what I mean? It saw some volatility this year. I mean, it looks like it could recover, but oil is rough shape. It's in rough shape. It's chilling. We'll see what happens. The chart doesn't look that good. Microsoft, let's take a look. Yeah, Microsoft. I get a little nervous when Microsoft's up in this area, to be honest with you. Because every time it's been up in this area, the 220, 225, and I've gone long, I've regretted it. Every time, which has only been like the last 2 times here, it's every time it's gotten in this area, I don't know. And I don't know if this rally is just going to sell off huge one day, or if this is kind of a relief rally, or what the situation is, like the question is like kind of what are the algos and where are people trying to get in position right now? Are we gonna have a huge November and sell off in December and then have like a Santa rally last week of December? Third time is the charm. I don't know, Artie. I'm worried about these triple tops. So that's the way I'm trading right now. We could bust through, but I'm definitely worried about these tops here. Santa rally is a thing, man. Santa rally is a thing. You think the Santa rally is real? I'll tell you right now. The Santa rally is real. There's been many times there's been extreme selling in the first weeks of December, and then in the last week of December we get an enormous rally. So many times I've traded. Red Dust, sounds like you need to take the training course, my man. Sounds like you need to take the training course. Yeah, I mean, we had in 2018, we had some extreme selling early December, and then we just had a rip your face off rally. We've had quite a. All right, market just open. It's not out yet, guys. It's not out yet. I'm still perfecting it. It's coming though. All right, market just opened. S&P's up 57, Dow's up 400, Nasdaq up 259. We have SPY 349. Look at these ranges the futures are rolling in though. They're rolling like 100 points at a time on the Nasdaq. It's crazy. Yeah, I expect there's going to be some volatility today. Also, I got to be careful. Fed day, I don't have the greatest track record on. You know, got to take it easy. Fed day, they always do some weird stuff with the pricing. Yo, what's going on, Carmine? If you're just joining, say what up. If you haven't said what up yet in the chat, let me know you're here. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button. Market just opened up. We're trying to survive through the election. You know, thankfully, I mean, I think most of us have done pretty well during this election cycle. You know, we haven't blown up any accounts or anything like that during the last 2 weeks. At least not what I heard from anybody. But VIX got demolished. It's down to 27 right now, down another 8%. I mean, it tried to rally end of day yesterday or through the afternoon. Did not happen on the VIX, and we're crushed today. This at open down 8%. VXX down 2.5%, down to 21. So we're getting to the areas where we could see a volatility spike if there is going to be one. We're getting down to those areas, you know, kind of tasting a little bit around VXX. You know, VXX might maybe go a little bit along down in here. Might be a good way to trade. We'll see. I might do it. We'll see. Red dust nearly blew up. Oh my God. Do you trade much during the holidays? Yeah, John, I trade depending on kind of how what my schedule is like. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we're gonna get some lower volume melt up days, which would be ideal to trade. You know, kind of set it, forget it. You can also manage your, you know, you can go on your holiday break, set up a couple trades, just kind of relax, you know. I'm putting in the work, Nick. 6 hour days, have a day job. I study after work. It's taking a toll. And that's what it is. If you want to be good at something, you got to put the time in. Like that's all it is. All right, market's coming down a little bit. We got Apple. Apple's at one. Well, it was at. The numbers are not matching up on the top screen versus what the ticker is here. Yeah, that's dropping hard. Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's up 60 right now. But it's not. It's looking. I don't like this gap up, guys. I'm not feeling good about this gap up. I don't like these like candles like this. Let's see here. Roku might run today. Roku, I mean, it's well, it may not run. I mean, it's kind of at resistance right now. I got smacked right at resistance today at 225. We'll see if we can push through that. I mean, if it can push through 225, I mean, you might be able to hit 230. DKNG's ripping. I'm starting to think your feelings are usually right. Johnny, after you've seen the charts, you kind of know what, you kind of get a feel for what you like and what you don't like about certain market situations. And I'm not saying that it can't like rip up to infinity. I'm not saying that, but I am not liking the way that this is set up right now. So if I'm not liking that, I'm less likely to be entering a trade right now. Yeah, NASDAQ coming down right now, Derek. Snap is holding on pretty well up here though. Snap is holding up above 40 pretty nicely. I mean, it did dip below 39 or 40, and now it's back up to 42. TLT gapped up, but they're kind of coming down a little bit right now. So keep an eye on. Let's see here. We have. I had it pull up here. 10-year Treasuries, 3 weeks is at a 3-week low right now due to ahead of the Fed decision. So rates are slipping down in here. Bonds are slipping. I mean, so the 10-year. Let's try to refresh this. See what we got. Yeah, 10 years at 0.768. yield right now. So I mean, we're gonna be, yeah. I mean, we got to be careful today. We got the Fed. Do you use price as a major influence or just the charts? I mainly focus on what the charts are doing, and obviously that the price is reflected in the chart, but you kind of have to, unfortunately, John, you kind of have to abandon the thinking of valuations and companies being expensive. And I know that's like a very hard thing to do, you know what I mean? But the way valuations are and have been for a long time, if you've waited for a good valuation, such as like PE and stuff like that, you're never going to invest. You're never going to invest. Never. And you would have lost, last 8-10 years worth of gains. You know what I mean? So it hurts. I wish that were true that those things mattered, but they, in this day and age, they don't. They do not. All right, looks like we're getting a little bit of a pushback here. NASDAQ is pushing up. Dow's pushing up. S&Ps are pushing up. We got the SPY. Is SPY going to crack 350 up in here? Is he going to push it? Looks like SPY wants to, but again, I'm waiting for confirmation. I don't know. This is a pretty dangerous setup here. I'm not chasing anything today, and I also don't want to be locked into a trade and have to hold through the Fed, because that, it could definitely help you out, but you could also your risk exposure is going to be extremely high. Yeah, Jack, I agree, man. Like, I wish we could trade off of valuations and respectable valuations, but I had to abandon that thinking years ago, and thankfully I did, because like we would have missed out on so much money. You know what I mean? What do I think? So if I have a particular target, so like right now, let's say on SPY, I'm actually not going to go long right now. And you're like, well, you're missing out on so much opportunity. But the way that I trade, look at this double top at 352. Can we push up to 352 and push back down? Absolutely. So right now, for me, I know what's in my best interest is to kind of go slow and kind of wait for this trade to develop. What happens here? I'm looking to see what happens here at 352. Can it rip up? Absolutely. I absolutely think that it can. But what's going to happen? Are we going to have a push up, major push up this morning, and then I'm going to fade the rest of the afternoon? You kind of have to start. You kind of have to start thinking ahead. Like, okay, play different scenarios through your head. Like, what happens if this happens? What happens if this doesn't happen? And just start creating scenarios of things. Kind of like the election. Like, oh, what happens if Trump wins this? But start thinking like that. Like, start thinking in variations, so that way you can be running, basically trades in your head, and that way when X, Y, Z do happen, you can pull the trigger. You can just pull the trigger. So yes, you can go long, and you could even be like, okay, well, if I want to go long here to 352, maybe you want to go long and set your stop at 349 on SPY. These candles look pretty good, right? Candles look pretty decent. But I also don't go. I don't commit a new trade in the first 15 minutes of the day. It's just one of my rules. I don't care what happens. I just don't, because over the years, it's not worth it. First 15 minutes is extreme volatility. I relax. I kind of watch to see where the candles are developing, what the ranges are being set for that day. Is it going to be an inside day? Is it going to be outside day? And just kind of sit back and relax for the first 15 minutes. What happens to a lot of traders, they jump right in, get screwed. Look at this, DKNG, people chase this, double top, and now we have confirmation. We have confirmation on the 5-minute chart for DKNG. Here's a candle right here. So this is what I'd be looking for, a confirmation right now, is a double top here and then a candle outside. This could have had a double bottom, and then we had a candle to the upside, which I would have probably entered right in here. But this candle right in here, we had a double top, and now it's pushing to the downside, so it's now looking like a short, right? So if you want to go long, I mean, I think SPY is good to like 351, 352, but at the same time, you never know. So that's why you got to set your stops appropriately. You know, set a tight stop. If you get stopped out, you can always re-enter. Yeah, NASDAQ. I mean, that's what I mean. NASDAQ is going. I mean, this thing is crazy. Like trading in 100-point ranges right now. I mean, I don't even like. This is nuts. Now, Red Dust looking at this right in here. Look at this double bottom, and now we have one to the upside. So this is the opposite of DKNG. So this will be looking for confirmation. Double bottom, candle to the outside, to the upside here. Doesn't look that strong though. So I would be not looking to really enter this candle right here yet. But that's essentially where I'm looking at. Nice double bottom, nice clear double bottom, push up to 293, 294. Could push up a little bit higher, but you know, we're trading in some wide ranges right now. Apple's doing well. Apple's back moving up 118. So this is another nice outside candle. So this would be a nice long right in here. But we got to be careful. We got to be careful around 120. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's how much juice do we have to squeeze up in here now? You know, you don't want to be greedy. And Netflix, I saw Netflix. I mean, I wanted to go long 480. I was just too nervous about it with the election happening. But that would have been an amazing trade. If I went long Netflix, saw it here, looked perfect. I didn't go long though. But I have no regrets, you know, because I know that there's always going to be another opportunity. We're always going to be able to make money in the market. So just chill, drink your coffee. If you miss your shot, it's okay. You can still win the championship. Nvidia is pretty interesting though, right up here. Like, but that's the thing. Like, all these are at the top of their range right now. So it's like adding right in here. It's very questionable. Very questionable. Tesla is making another run up to the 440 area right now. It's at almost 435. Tesla looks like a nice, it could break out one day to like 500. But the question is, how long is it going to make its wait? I mean, it's been getting a very, it's been getting a very tight formation here. You know, we're essentially, eventually it's going to create some sort of squeeze here. The question is, how as it gets tighter, how long is it going to take? And is it going to break to the downside, which it almost did, or are we going to break, you know, to the upside? You know, that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this triangle, or if we're going to break out to the upside or to the downside on Tesla right now. It's still a little chilling. How often do you use straddles? Yo, in the trade war, when we had the China trade war, I did a strangle, not a straddle. I strangled everything, and it made me so much money. But there's also a time and place for that, because a lot of times straddles and strangles will be a waste of money, especially when implied volatility is very high. You could definitely get crushed. However, a strangle or a straddle would have worked in this week, because the market underpriced the move. And that's where strangles and straddles work, is when the market underprices the move. And that's really where they work. They don't work if the market is pricing options accordingly. Thoughts on bag holding? Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, if I'm bag holding, I've already mentally taken a loss on that trade. And it could come back around, but I've moved on mentally from that trade, and I start making new trades. All right, S&P's back above 3,500. We're trying to Looks like we're trying to catch some momentum here. Microsoft 222. However, I don't like this. I mean, it's formed a nice base 222. Could push up. Yeah, I think this is going to be tricky today. Look what happened to JP Morgan the other day once it hit 105. Banks are running right now. So JP Morgan is up 2.33, is up $2.34. Again, got smacked down around the 105 area, fell hard all the way down to 99. That 105 wall is pretty thick on JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs up pretty big right now too, but not as much as JP Morgan, but right now it's tapping the 50-day moving average on the 1 year, and Bank of America is up 57 cents too. So banks fell off. Banks are going to be tricky today with the Fed, though, so I would be very careful. Trump campaign filing more lawsuits. Yo, what's going on with Trump on Twitter? Anything? Anything new? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't know. I mean, he might. No, he hasn't had any more tweets other than stop the count. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. Maybe they'll tie and we'll just have like some sort of cage match or something. Because he said he would fight. Trump said he would fight Biden because his legs are thin. Yo, here's DKNG. Told you guys, nice short setup here. DKNG, nice short setup. Yeah, Disney's flying. It's pretty interesting. Like Disney and these stocks are flying as coronavirus ramps up to over 100,000 cases in a day. I mean, Disneyland, California, at this rate, not opening up anytime soon. There's no new movies out. Oh, as they fire 10% of the ESPN. ESPN, if you guys haven't, ESPN has been a thorn in Disney's side for years. Like I bet you Disney wishes they never bought ESPN. Trump campaign making major announcement in Las Vegas. All right, guys, prepare for the ride. So we got political news. We got a lot of earnings out today, and we have the Fed. If that's not enough catalyst for you, I don't know what else to do for you guys. I don't know what else to do for you. Don't get your accounts dead. Don't let your accounts get blown up. That's all I'm gonna say. Go slow. Set reasonable targets. Don't get greedy. It's easy to get greedy when you're trading in such wide ranges. So, thanks, Brendan. Yeah, so I don't know. Does anybody know when we're expected to get some more definitive results? We're literally at 99% reporting in Georgia, but they're not calling it yet. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Pennsylvania and Nevada, but it's taking a long time. So, just now what most people want to hear about sports, even if they agree politically, sports is an escape for most. I think it's true that ESPN got too political, turned off their primary base. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, sports is, it's entertainment, but also you have to respect the players and what they believe in at the same time. So it's a very fine line. Obviously players believe in the Black Lives Matters movement because they are black and they deeply believe in their communities. So I think it's a fine line. It's tough. It's tough. The whole point, people are like, well, just shut up and just play. And that's the whole point is, Oh, you're saying ESPN coming too political? Another thing to keep in mind, they're saying that the current rally is being fueled in part by the fact it looks like Congress isn't changing much in terms of Republicans and Democrats. So no matter who wins the presidency, they're going to have a free hand to do whatever they want. Yeah, it's not a Democratic or Republican sweep in those seats. Red Dust, leave. Yeah, 500 profit, leave. That's it. You did good. So I'm trying to see. They need to call Georgia. They need to call Nevada here, but Nevada needs to get up into the 90 like 95 percentile. You know, I mean this is and Pennsylvania needs to get in the 90th percentile too. Yeah, Red Dust, go out for breakfast, come back. Might be another trade for you later. Just clear the mind, you know? That's it, bro. Keep it simple. You make 500, 10 days, 5 G's. Keep your money. The thing, like people are willing to clock in, clock out for $100 to $200 a day. And then when they make $500 in 10 minutes, they that's not good enough for them. I don't understand. Georgia's getting real close. Okay. 9 a.m. is when 9 a.m. is when Nevada will release the votes. Okay. So we chilling. We sitting ducks. I wonder what the market's gonna go crazy today. I mean, not that it isn't already. I mean, this is up, and people are like, "What do you mean the market's crazy?" I mean, this is insane. I mean, it's intense. So we'll see what happens here. Right now, we're moving in 100-point ranges on the NASDAQ. S&Ps are up above 3,500. SPY's up above 350. We chilling. Q's at 294. Just be careful. Be careful of these triple tops. Be careful of the Fed. Be careful of the political news. Other than that, bro, we're going to chill. You guys have a great day. I'm going to take off. Be safe. Stay green. It's us versus Herd.